Stop Round Wave here. Today got this one right here. The Hogwarts Legacy boycott is insane. Let's react it.
There you are, casting spells in your open world Harry Potter game, and all of a sudden, you're a bigot. You didn't ask for this. You didn't choose this. Yet there it is. What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today we're putting on our hazmat suits and jumping headfirst into what is possibly the most toxic discourse around a video game I've ever seen since The Last of Us Part 2. Now, unlike many of the hot takes that will be presented in this video, I completely understand if you don't want to watch this video and you don't care about any of the political, social issues people have been talking about surrounding Hogwarts Legacy.
Nah, we love drama.
If you want to play a video game, that's totally fine. You do not have to be an activist. Now, I did talk about this on my second channel, Actman TV, in a separate video, so go subscribe there and check that out if you're curious and you want more of this content. With that being said, let's discuss the boycott of Hogwarts Legacy. Because while it seemed to have started with good intentions, that's how the road to hell is paved. It started off as a unified boycott on the r/gaming Circle Jerk subreddit and other internet forums like Reset Era.
It is an army bred for a single purpose: to destroy the world of gaming.
It began to spread to other parts of the internet like Twitter, and a lot of people were just ripping on J.K. Rowling, which is totally fine and fair.
But the one big thing I've caught on was like this huge drama about focusing down Twitch streamers who were actually streaming Hogwarts Legacy. Like they tried to cancel them.
But at some point it went from memes and a boycott into attacking anyone who is
exactly this thing. They used that side.
Remotely excited for the game or who wanted to play it or stream it. This is the line you are not supposed to cross.
Step over this line. Just step over that line. Oh, you stepped over the line.
As shocking as it is to hear this, there are people on this planet who don't spend every waking moment stalking J.K. Rowling's social media posts.
It's impossible!
Some of these people have no idea what she's said in the past, and now suddenly these random Harry Potter fans are being told that they're a bigot.
Please do not support the upcoming Hogwarts Legacy game. The reason being is
most people care about
that you may not be aware that by supporting this title, you are essentially aligning yourself with some really heinous transphobic values.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
The boycotters started berating others. You are a bad person. You have terrible morals and are hurting trans people by purchasing this game. You are advocating for their genocide.
I think this actually made people buy this game. Like those insane viewpoints.
You got some of that transphobe propaganda? Hey, what you talking about, that wizard game? Yeah.
Just to piss people off.
A franchise where if you like it, you're harboring hatred and you're calling for the extermination of trans people. Do you actually believe that? Shit, nigga, I got a 5th grade reading level. Of course I do.
If you spend any money on Harry Potter products, you are a bad person, is essentially what the boycott turned into. But these people used such absurd appeals to emotion, right? Like, not everybody who touches Harry Potter is instantly transmogrified into a hateful bigot. That's just stupid. Is every game journalist, critic, and content creator who covers this game as part of their job now a terrible person? No. Are all the people going to Harry Potter Land and Universal Studios bigots?
No!
So where did these boycotters come up with this idea? I had to get to the bottom of it.
Bro, this is insanity. Like, you need to look at your clothes you're wearing. Where are coming from? Like from a specific firm, from some company who use like slave labor in some other country, and you don't really give a shit about it. And everyone is wearing this shit. You can apply the same logic to being a transphobe just because J.K. Rowling said something bad back then in the day, you know? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
As it was the crux of their argument. J.K. herself has said that purchasing anything that she helped to create is a statement of support for her and her views. Did she now? This is something I've heard a lot of people say ad nauseum. Now, one person who said this, I asked them for a source, and their reply was to tell me, go Google it, and then they blocked me. Which is always a good sign, right? When you're like, hey, can I validate the truth of what you're saying? And they're like, nope,
not that
bye. As it happens, I found the quote they're referencing, and it's a tweet from J.K. Rowling. Now, again, whatever you think about her, I'm just trying to set the record straight on everything. Now, remember, their entire argument that buying Hogwarts Legacy is an endorsement of J.K. Rowling and all her beliefs hinges on this one single quote. Someone tweeted at her, "How do you sleep at night knowing you've lost a whole audience from buying your books?" J.K. responded, "I read my most recent royalty checks, and I find the pain goes away pretty quickly." So what does this have to do with her beliefs on
Nothing.
trans people?
Well, I'll tell you. Absolutely fucking nothing.
I mean, it's a dumb premise to begin with, right? The idea that purchasing a product is like an endorsement or a validation of someone's beliefs. Like, even if J.K. Rowling said that, she'd be an idiot. Because if paying someone money is an endorsement, then all of us who pay taxes are going to hell. Buying or playing Hogwarts Legacy is not an endorsement of anything besides, I want to play this game.
Yep.
I want to try it out. It looks fun. But this tweet isn't even about that. So the idea that royalties she collects from sales of Hogwarts Legacy go towards like these funds and campaigns to wipe trans people off the planet, it falls apart under the most basic of scrutiny. Separate your emotion and read the words in English. She's not saying money she makes is validation of her beliefs. It's validation that people still love her work, that she makes money and doesn't give a fuck what you think. So now the obvious question is why the Harry Potter game? Why this? Out of all of J.K. Rowling's sources of incomes, why is this the thing that people are targeting?
Well, why are you so fixated on this game?
Because it's hype right now.
It's funny, because that's actually my question as well. Why are you so fixated on this game? It just seems so odd to me that out of every avenue she gets money from, you decide to go after this Warner Brothers video game that she's not even involved with. But I think I know why. Because it's easier. You get to get out of bed, pajamas on, go right onto your keyboard and type in Harry Potter game bad, therefore I'm a good person. At some point, these movements always get hijacked by disingenuous individuals trying to look like the good guy for some type of purpose or validation.
You see, my goal is to expose these boycotters for what they really are. Slacktivists. So even though these people have no legitimate claim that we're all bigots, I can still respect their desire to boycott something, because it sure as shit ain't my place to tell you how to ethically spend your money. So don't tell me what to do. Do we have an accord? Good, let's shake on it. But nope, that's not how these folks operate. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. Now, once the game hit early access, the boycott really started to spiral into pure degeneracy. Introducing HaveTheyStreamedThatWizardingGame.com.
Oh, no.
Find out if anyone you follow on Twitch has streamed that new wizard game, so you can bully and harass them. This is a really...
I don't understand why don't they just call it like Hogwarts Legacy? Why must it be like, why what was it called again? Sorry, my grammar's I'm retarded right now. I can't focus on my words. Okay, have they streamed that wizard game? Well, why can't you call it like have they streamed the Hogwarts Legacy? Like I was so confused by that. Is it because of copyright or some shit? I don't know.
Find out if anyone you follow on Twitch has streamed that new wizard game, so you can bully and harass them. This is a really productive use of everyone's time. Like, what the fuck, dog? You took time out of your day to make this database, then deleted it like 6 hours later. Think it's maybe time to lock this. Bro just came out with a search engine intended to be used to target and harass random Twitch streamers, but the second he starts getting flack, he cowers back in his molehill. You're a pussy. Yep. I also love the irony of him being afraid to say the name of the game. I think there was a similar concept like that in the books, maybe. So they tried bullying others into not streaming the game. Some succeeded, which is unfortunate. One such streamer was Hassan Piker, who's one of the biggest on Twitch. Now, he wanted to stream the game and do a fundraiser on those streams with charity funds that would go towards helping trans people, a noble cause. Luckily, his audience was apparently successful in convincing him not to play the game and not to raise money for that charity.
Everybody was like, don't play it, don't do it, don't fucking, don't play it and fundraise for a trans lifeline by playing that game. Okay, I won't. It's too much of a headache.
Way to go, guys. Good job. Good going.
I would do it because of the hate. I love that shit.
Mission accomplished. Good work. Congratulations on discouraging one of the biggest Twitch streamers from raising money for a cause you all pretend to care about. Real class act.
Nicely done, gentlemen. Your work here today has made the Chancellor a very happy man.
The only reason why I'm not playing this game, and I know a bunch of other people are not playing this game, is because we know that it's not worth it to get fucking bullied endlessly and called transphobic endlessly.
You know, part of me is like, Hassan, why should you give a fuck what these people think? But the other part of me understands that, like, you don't want to bring such a toxic, divisive topic to your audience. Like, I totally understand as a content creator just not wanting to deal with that at all. But it's fucking wild that this man is getting any shit at all for talking about Hogwarts.
Bro, with his size of Hassan's community, man, I would wage war. Like, it's insane with that power.
Legacy when he just used his platform to raise over $1 million for victims of the earthquake in Turkey. These people complaining don't care about charity. We saw this with Mr. Beast. You can do the nicest things and they will still hate you. So don't even bother trying to please them. It's a waste of time. So after the boycott resulted in much more press, promotion, sales, and popularity of the game, the boycotters showed their true colors. After exhausting all their options, they have resorted to spoiling the game's story and ending for as many people as possible. I kind of figured this would happen, you know? The boycotters, they're what we thought they were.
They're what we thought they were.
True degenerates. It was never about doing something positive or improving the lives of trans people. They simply wanted to ruin this piece of media for you. That was their true goal. The boycotters
are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were.
Of all the marginalized communities out there, the trans community is arguably the worst served by its supposed advocates. Couldn't have said it better myself. If their goal was to lower overall revenue for this game, they utterly failed at that. And if their goal was to promote positivity towards the trans community, they have failed because they continue to portray themselves as deranged lunatics representing that community.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Good to see the boycott has naturally turned into targeted harassment with its own database to boot. Think I'll take 2 copies of Hogwarts Legacy now. So you're going to buy a pro-slavery game twice to own the trans community?
Yes.
You're a talker. Listening to talkers makes me thirsty.
You don't seem to understand the situation.
I understand that if any more words come pouring out your cunt mouth.
Bro, this dude must be trolling. It's insane.
I'm going to have to buy every single copy of Hogwarts Legacy in this GameStop. You spent your whole life reviewing video games. You're gonna die for Hogwarts Legacy.
Someone is.
I guess my black ass playing this game now supports slavery. Good lord.
Same.
You didn't ask for this. You didn't choose this.
Like, okay, so it's one thing to say, like, the game is transphobic, but pro-slavery?
What the fuck are you talking about?
But gee, with so many people taking a stand against this hateful filth, it must have had a huge negative impact on Hogwarts Legacy, its sales, review scores, Twitch viewership, and Steam charts, right?
Nope.
Hogwarts Legacy is officially the #1 single-player game ever streamed on Twitch.
What is going on?
Surely review scores were impacted.
You what?
Oh,
damn, even the Metascore was that high. It's insane. The user score as well.
Steam charts, help me out here. Wait a minute. These numbers are all from before the game actually launched? You mean these are all players who pre-ordered the deluxe edition for early access?
Yep.
Well, boycotters, I only got one thing to say to you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I already got the title for J.K. Rowling's next book, Harry Potter and the Law of Unintended Consequences. You've probably seen many people and posts in response to some of these batshit takes saying something like, okay, I wasn't going to buy the game, but now I am.
If you just say Harry Potter's written by a transphobe, so you're transphobic for watching it, and then leave it at that, you're not actually advancing something. For me, this is more about unsuccessful and successful protest movements and how people end up hyper-focusing or lasering in on certain things that otherwise are counterproductive.
Their methods of boycotting are so obnoxious and in your face that they have actually become counterproductive to the cause itself. This one dude posted a spoiler, and this guy said, I beat the game already, but good try. Glad you enjoyed your Nazi propaganda. That is a reach so long, I don't even think Noble Team could grab it. I have to stop doing hot takes videos, okay? The scarlet brain rot is infecting me. The boycott, it's effectively become like those people that throw tomato sauce on famous works of art to boycott something, I guess. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, wow, that's a pretty...
I just think most people just ran out of ideas, I guess. Like, what can they do? Like, this is... What the hell, man? What is wrong with you? Like...
douchey thing to do.
No
don't
comments.
want to be associated with whatever you're boycotting or whatever you're protesting because you seem like a fucking dickhead. Bro, I heard about people going to movie theaters and spoiling The Force Awakens when it came out. And those people deserve to have their ass beat. Like, you're just trying to take enjoyment out of other people's lives for literally nothing in return.
Do you know what Schadenfreude is?
No, I do not know what Schadenfreude is.
I got a new boycott tactic for you guys. Why don't you light yourself on fire? Well, let's take a look at some of the mainstream critics, right? Because I'm sure we'll find much more rational critiques on Hogwarts Legacy from professionals, right? When the story for Hogwarts Legacy was revealed in a trailer, people immediately noticed how wrong it felt to have the plot revolve around crushing a rebellion led by an oppressed race. The game is about keeping those uppity Jews in their place. Did Kanye write that review? Game journalists, when they see a goblin in a fantasy world, is this a Jew? Let's talk about bullying people for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, let's. The big news around Hogwarts Legacy is one cisgender streamer getting upset, which reveals the layers of bias around reporting on this game. I love how the writer starts with a little bias of her own towards straight people for some reason. The big news in the wake of Hogwarts Legacy's launch is that a cisgender white girl cried about it. And why are you bringing race into this, bro? Why? Come on, man, I can't keep doing this. She's of course referencing that clip that went viral from Girlfriend Reviews, where after apparently dealing with some harassment in her chat, she got emotional and had to leave the stream, potentially cried. Trans people and their allies are now bullies for explaining why they don't support...
I've watched it, man, that was sad. It's insane. Like, this is bad for people who have like weaker mental while streaming the great as a game, man. Like they just want to have fun, they just want to enjoy that game with their community. You have that nice transaction between them, you know? And then you get shit like this with Girlfriend Review. It's insane.
Support the game.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
No, the people sending death threats and harassing streamers and coming up with websites to harass people and trying to spoil the game. Those are the bullies. Was this person bullied? Did they actually
Bro, I would love to get flamed like that. Like getting was harassment, because that is traction. And you get more well known.
Try. Neither of these things have any real proof behind them. Dude, she's writing this article just to downplay any potential harassment that might have occurred.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Like, seeing how toxic and unhinged some of the boycotters are, it's completely believable that they would say some wild shit to Girlfriend Reviews. Ultimately, they were accused of supporting bigotry, but then when even explaining reasons against supporting the game is bullying, what does it even matter? You see what dumb old Stacy is doing here? She's completely willing to make the assumption that the harassment wasn't bad enough for anybody to complain about, but is also assuming that the comments that caused that clip were completely reasonable questions. Remind me again about the layers of bias in game journalism? To my knowledge, J.K. Rowling basically said, oh yeah, go make the game. Okay, whatever. Just pay me royalties. That was the extent of her involvement. And yet all these people are also willing to attack their own colleagues, other reviewers like IGN, and the game developers themselves. It's like you are just blind firing at everyone involved in this game. Are there trans people who talk in extremes about this game? Absolutely. But for every example you hit back with of exactly that happening, we can respond tenfold with what happens to us. This is not a two wrongs make a right situation. It absolutely is. Thank you for specifying. This is like saying, what's that? You're poor? Well, I'm homeless, so your struggle is completely invalid. Enjoy your food stamps.
Yeah, but what the hell?
What the fuck? Dude, stop playing the suffering Olympics. This isn't a competition. Streamers are finding out what it's like to be
just played the victim card. It's insane.
Transgender on the internet, shouted at and harassed constantly by playing Hogwarts Legacy and they don't like it. What's that? People don't like being harassed?
I don't believe it!
What? News to me. I love targeted harassment too, and I can tell you're a big fan of it as well. You give off that vibe of like, I enjoy suffering and hope it spreads to others. And I can really get down with that vibe, you know? More people should be harassed for playing video games. I completely agree. On Saturday, February 4th, I was made aware of the extensive and blatant ad campaign for Hogwarts Legacy on Twitch, utilizing and interrupting streams to promote this offensive product. Blah, 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 blah. I will not be streaming this game while the ad campaign remains active. I call on every streamer to join me in taking a stance against bigotry, hatred, and those who support such views. I'm trans myself. Can we stop the virtue signaling? No one cares. This is a really selfish perspective. You're screwing all the good, hardworking people who made the game with no hate in their soul just to be vindictive towards one person.
Yep.
Yikes. As a trans woman, I believe everyone should be free to enjoy Hogwarts Legacy. I pre-ordered it and plan on enjoying it myself. Everyone has been waiting for a game like this, and we need to separate JK from the game developers who have worked endlessly to bring us a masterpiece. But fuck those game developers. Apparently, I saw a great quote in my comments section. You can say what a good person should be like, or simply be one. Could end the video right there, to be honest. I should get that comment framed. Now, I think as a palate cleanser, we need some good takes, okay? Every day there's new trans legislation being written to basically eliminate trans people from existence. Y'all are talking about a video game that I'm not even playing. Recognize that this is
those big YouTubers who back down and are not fighting against that shit. I have my opinion a bit weak. Like for some, I can understand it, but if you have that power of being like one of the big ones, then use it properly, in my opinion.
About engagement on Twitter, a feeling of hopelessness and nothing else. This is the thing.
We're here to conquer.
When you confront these people with like, hey, you could actually contribute, like I did. Like I donated to a charity, a trans lifeline on stream, pointed it out, said, hey, donate if you want to boycott the game, then donate that $60 there. And what was their response? Nope, I can't do that. I'm broke. Donate money and actually help them. Put your money where your mouth is or stop bitching and virtue signaling. Nah, I'm not doing either. I want to be mad. I don't want a solution. He's using his platform to promote donating to help trans people, and your response is, this ain't it, chief. Yeah, they don't want to help. They've made that abundantly clear by now. Not a fucking peep of this from any of these boycotters. Not a fucking peep about donating to charity or anything. They're actively shutting down people trying to do that. No shade to people who want to boycott the game. I respect your viewpoints, but what if I told you people can like Harry Potter but also not agree with or support JK's views? Like, do we really need to be sending death threats over this shit? Stop thinking rationally on Twitter.
It will do you no good.
Now let's get back to some dog water takes. Hogwarts Legacy does not deserve to be reviewed on its own merits. I can't imagine pursuing a career in journalism, reviews, or critiques of media and thinking this is ever an acceptable stance to take. Whether or not we want to admit it, it is impossible to talk positively about Hogwarts Legacy without harming a community of human beings.
But then you see how the polarizing reviews are coming in, where Wired has just posted theirs.
Yep.
They gave it a 1 out of 10, but this is exactly what many were fearing, that ethics would be tossed away in journalism, where the product would not be reviewed on its own merits.
It's disgusting. Like there's no objectivity in that. Not a small glimpse of it.
I want to make it clear to you right now that as a transgender individual, I have no interest in that kind of fairness or objectivity when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy. I feel a moral imperative to oppose it. Ah yes, the layers of bias in reporting on this game. Hogwarts Legacy cannot and should not be judged on its own merits. Yes, it absolutely can. That's what I'm going to do. I'm making this video to focus on the discourse side and a separate video to review it. Which I'm
we're gonna watch it as well.
Completely. If you
I'm already up to that one.
Cannot separate the art from the artist, then you have failed your job as a critic and you should get the fuck out of this profession.
I think it's safe to say we truly do live in the worst timeline. If IGN, the people that are known for giving like Call of Duty 9s and 10s and actual good games a mid-score, they are the ones that are coming out with balanced takes about separating JK Rowling from the actual work, the artists from the art.
You can give something a fair and balanced review while acknowledging issues you have with it that are unrelated to the product itself. A good critic can do that, but a hack critic will expose themselves as being too biased to take an objective approach to their own profession. You are a hack for writing this article, Percy Ranson. You are a hack. There is no magic in Hogwarts Legacy. The game is mid at best. 1 out of 10.
What the hell?
I love that. Yeah, it's mid at best.
When you call it mid, it should be like a 4 or 5 or 6. Like, what the hell?
It is a little something for everyone.
This is a review. This is an actual review. The story is rooted in anti-Semitic tropes. The gameplay feels outdated. The graphics feel like they're a couple generations behind.
Yeah.
The graphics are dog shit.
Dog shit graphics.
The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit.
This is a review of Hogwarts Legacy that gives the game a 1 out of 10. And only 4 of the 20 paragraphs written are directly about the game itself. You are a hack. These people are why trust in game journalism has been eroded. You have no business reviewing games for a profession. Quit. Get your ass out. You are a hack. Now, the unfortunate reality is that a lot of these boycotters, well, some of them aren't looking for anything logical. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with.
Yep.
Some of them just want to watch the world burn. You see, I'm all for people standing up and doing something positive for what they believe in. The problem is you have people in subreddits like r/gaming circle jerk that dilute that vision of positivity and turn it into an attack. They simply echo their opinions in a chamber for karma, for pointless internet points. Points that contribute nothing to the actual cause, but do contribute to their own sense of self-satisfaction. Because if this shitpost I make gets 5,000 likes on Reddit, then I have done something. Then I have done my part. Spoiler alert, you haven't done shit. Stop pretending like you care. Fucking donate to a lifeline. The mod team at r/gaming circle jerk would rather pin spoilers for the game than a fucking charity. These people got no problems wasting hours and hours bitching and moaning on Twitter, screeching into the void. But when confronted with something that they can actually do that has a tangible positive benefit on real people, well, excuses. I can't donate. I'm broke. Anyways, you're a bad person for donating. Stop using trans people as a vessel for your internet karma. Okay, and here's a message I got, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I just wanted to privately say thank you for actually being a real world change for trans people like me. I don't believe playing a game makes you transphobic. I do believe villainizing people for playing games creates more transphobes. And harassing people breeds extremism. Awful way to win allies.
I think if you want to make allies in the first place, there's a saying, right? You catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, right? Like the moment you get into this point where you're like bullying people, they're not really going to want to be an ally. They're going to probably be radicalized in an opposite direction, which is the last thing you want.
Keep doing what you do. It's amazing to see a helpline that has saved my life before get more attention and donations. If anything good has come from this line of discussion, it's that. Thank you to the person for sending me this incredible message. It's good to know I did the right thing. After I donated $2,000 to that hotline on stream and encouraged others to do so, one final point. What do you think r/gaming circle jerk's reaction to that was? Take a wild guess. Come on now, lads. Actman is still the no politics in my video guy. A KKK member could come on here and say trans rights and white trans people will just go, redemption arc? Yes, they compared me to a KKK member. That's what they did. Yep. The famous words of Rage Against the Machine, know your enemy. And if you go into the comments on this Reddit post, nobody is talking about donating to charity or raising money. None of them. I don't even know why you'd want to claim Actman. Dude is annoying and makes gamer bro content. That's my point. We should not let gestures like these, no matter how right they are on their own, blind us and praise shite content creators. Remember, guys, we still hate the Actman. We have to hate. r/gaming circle jerk. If you're going to sit there and let me donate more money to trans causes, then what does that say about you?
You've become exactly what you hate. A monster. For the most part, the people getting Hogwarts Legacy, it doesn't mean anything to them except they just like Harry Potter. They're not sharing any views with anyone. Alienating people with baseless labels serves no purpose. All it does is continue to divide everyone. Hope someday you can understand that. In the meantime, I'm gonna be in Hogwarts, bitch.
So in conclusion, just because you are boycotting something that you feel is a moral imperative does not mean you can act like a shitty person and everyone should just excuse that. I know this video was a bit out there for what I typically post on the main channel. Rest assured, this is not a new direction for the channel or anything.
I like it,
really
bro.
just had to vent on this because the amount of stupidity.
Like, you shouldn't do it too often, yeah, but sometimes is always great.
And shitheads I saw was just sparked a fire in my heart. I think at this point we should actively ignore this discourse because I want to get back to talking about video games, mechanics, and deep, thoughtful analysis of this hobby I love that I turned into a career.
Yep.
We're going to get back to that. And we're going to leave this in the past where it belongs. You're not a bad or a hateful person for playing Hogwarts Legacy. The developers are not bigots and transphobes for developing the game. And you're not a bad person for simply boycotting and refusing to play the game. Just remember that the ends do not always justify the means. But thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man.
I love this. I always do that shit, like where I accidentally say something twice. It's insane. Especially in my HMOs. Like, I need like 5 attempts till I get it right. Nice video, man. You're always gonna subscribe to the Actman, like the Actman, and go leave a comment at the Actman's channel. He deserves it. He did the content. I just reacted to it. But I still would really appreciate some support if you wouldn't mind. And yeah, that's it. Would appreciate something like a like, a sub. The typical stuff, man. Why do I need to say that? But yeah, I guess that's it. I guess see you next time. Wafer.